Married at First Sight season 13, Bret and Ryan. I really like Bret, but she is so typical. Bret has the mindset of Vernisha. I mean, I was watching her on Unfiltered. I was trying to go back and find it, but it wasn't on demand and it wasn't on my DVR. So it was obviously too late. I was watching her here, and Jamie asked Bret, so is Ryan the type of guy you would normally date? She was like, no, I'm used to dating guys that be fighting in the clubs and, pick up another guy and sweep him across the table. And, those are the type of men I'm used to. And, we're so different. And, like I don't fly in private jets and stuff. And Jamie was like, wait a minute, he flies in a private jet. She was like, yeah, he flies private jet. Jimmy was like, he got so much money that he's flying in a private jet. And she was like, I guess so. I'm not used to flying in no private jet or anything. And I'm like, dumb, what's wrong with the private jet, Bret? Bret, what's wrong with flying in a private jet? Let's not forget. When they were going on their honeymoon, Ryan did what? He upgraded their seat. I said, oh, Ryan is used to flying in style. And so I kept on going back, and I'm like, Bret, girl, the reason why you've always gotten what you've always gotten is because your mentality is real simple and ghetto, and you just don't want better for your life. And I'm like, Bret, there's nothing wrong with flying in a private jet. Do you know, ladies, though, a husband is supposed to make your life better. If you're going to marry somebody and he's going to keep you at the same level or lower, you don't need to marry him, because husbands are supposed to improve your life. Husband is supposed to protect, provide, profess, be the light, be the example, be the man you can be proud of, admire, adore. Now, how you going to do all that to a bum and a dusty? Make it make sense to me. But Bret is so typical in her thinking. I just like, Lord, she's so stupid. Anyways, happy Monday, y'all. Welcome to Church Girls and Facebook Girls Want to Get Married Too. Hey, y'all, what's up? Happy Monday. Today is Labor Day, right? It's a holiday. We're home. Thank you for those comments on my video yesterday. I know I'm missing a lot of comments because I've just been busy trying to go through this book with a fine-tooth comb and to have it to the formatter. So hopefully I'll get it all done today. I love you and I appreciate for your love and your support. Be sure to subscribe. I am trying to make it to 12,000 subscribers. Check to make sure you are subscribed, because sometimes they unsubscribe you. And of course, thank you for your love of my newest journal. And of course, my newest baby, 10 years a girlfriend. You don't want to be Bret with a man for a year and never kiss. What? Bret is, I really like her. And I really want this for her. But I knew Ryan would not like her because she's so tomboyish. Who was the one that gave that word? She's very tomboyish. She's very masculine. And Ryan prefers more softer and feminine woman. And Bret is just not it. She looks absolutely stunning. That red hair, I don't care what y'all say about Bret's red hair, honey. That red hair is very, 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 very nice. But I already knew Ryan wasn't going to like her because she's not soft. She's not delicate. She's not fragile. She's real masculine. She's real tomboyish. And, some of us grow up tomboyish, but right around 16, 17, going to college, you need to kind of like soften out. And the type of guys that Bret want, I could understand 19, 20 in college just to learn. But don't tell me, Bret, at 45 that you still want Pookie, Johnny, and Ricky. I just don't understand. And so even at the dinner party, they were talking about politics. Politics is important. I'm the type of person, as long as you're not too far left or too far right, I can deal with you as long as you can respect my views, okay? I prefer somebody in the middle, but you know, I'm very open because I love talking to different people and seeing their views. And so at the dinner party, she said, the things I know about Ryan and his background is going to be a problem for our wet marriage, because they were talking about, you know, political leanings. She's very important to political leanings. So we have agreed or thought or assumed that Ryan is conservative and Bret is liberal. Okay, there was no question where Bret is. She's very liberal. Okay, and then she was on Unfiltered and she was talking about the whole private jet situation. And I'm like, first of all, girl, who got a problem with your man flying you on a private jet? What you know about his family? They got money. They can better your life. They can increase your life. Did y'all see Bret's house? That house was phenomenal. It looks like a townhouse. My husband has something similar where you walk up the stairs, then you have downstairs the kitchen, the living room, the dining room, half bathroom, and then you go upstairs. My husband had three bedrooms and 2 baths upstairs. So it looks like something my husband had, which was a townhouse. And I'm like, Ryan's house was so nice. Granted, wants some very feminine touch, and which is fine, right? Because my husband, he needs his feminine touch, but you know, I told him I was going there, you know, that I need him to buy me a house, okay? And she's talking about how different her and Ryan is, and I'm like, well, Bret, why you want to live down in Lodabar? Don't you want a man that can better your life? And a lot of ladies, I just don't understand how y'all can marry and choose these type of men, the Gills of the world, right? I don't understand how you can turn your life over to men like this. How do you do that? You know why? Because you don't know your worth, right? You don't know your worth. A lot of people in the Black community, they like to use king and queen. My name is Janice. Remember Jason was talking to what's her name, Lord, and was calling her queen. I said, all season. You ain't call her queen. Don't start now. And I'm so glad she nipped that in the bud, because how many of you know that is something men use to get in, okay, get under your skin. They use it to soften the blow. And you need to not do that. You need to not allow them to do that. You need to know, I guess I deleted her. You need to know when the men are trying to get under your skin. But the reason why a lot of women like Bret don't want better is because you haven't sat down and thought about what you want. If you want to marry somebody that's going to keep you living in the ghetto, why you get married to him? Do you not know he's supposed to better your life? You cannot find one woman in the Bible, one woman who her husband did not better her life. Tell me who. Who? When Eliezer went to find Rebecca, what did Eliezer? He put a piece of gold on her hand that, if I remember correctly, half of a shekel. Can you imagine? Huh? Eliezer went with 10 camels. Imagine 10 limousines showing up for you. No, y'all want these men that want to move in with you, want you to take care of them, want to use your money to invest to better their life, because they were too stupid and simple and dustified to do the work that is necessary to better their lives. So then they run to you, dumb, who did the work. It doesn't make sense to me How as women we can go to school or go to trade school, whatever, but college ain't for everybody, and build a life for ourselves. And then you meet these men who has not put in the work, and you decide to marry them. Huh? This dum-dum, this Dusty, almost 40, has done the work, but want to use Merla's money, want her to stop shopping so he can invest in real estate. Well, why haven't you created multiple streams of income? Oh, I don't make the most money in the world. Well, that's why you don't have none, you're broke, and at almost 40, you don't even have enough to invest in a property. And you would think Bret, at 35 years old, would want better for herself. You would think at this age, Bret, you would want a man that can fly you on a private jet. You would think at this age, you wouldn't want the man that's revolving door criminals. My father said, look at a man from the time he was born until he met you. What has he done with his life? How has he prepared himself to be a husband? One of the questions I asked my husband, what took you so long to get married? Like, you're wonderful, you're great. He said, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to provide for a wife and protect her. I want to have a house. I want to have some money saved up. And I didn't meet the right person. So if you at 35, 40 is dating for marriage and you don't want better, something is wrong with you. This is why people's hating on Merla. Because Merla's like, I work for my lifestyle. My lifestyle is not going to change. I work for it. And you know the women who are mad at her is because they've lowered their lifestyle to settle for a man who's not able to even provide for them off at their lifestyle or even one step up. You get married and you step down. You make it make sense to me. And that's why I took so long to get married. This is why the people that say, if she's so good, why she ain't get married. There's a whole lot of single women in this world. A whole lot of us. And sometimes you just have not met the right man that can step up. These men these days want you to bend down and pull them up. That's not how it's supposed to be. They're supposed to bend down and pull you up and say, baby, look what I've provided for you. When David became king and King Saul, before that, King Saul gave away Michal, his first wife. What did it took David to 12 years? I don't remember. To go get Michal, and she was resentful but David wanted to make sure he got his stuff together before he went for the king's daughter. And y'all out here calling yourselves queen, but you don't have no queen mentality. How you a queen and you laying down popping babies out for every man you lay down with? How you a queen and you don't want better for your lives and for your children? How you a queen and you lay down with any Pookie, Ray Ray, Johnny, Ricky, and you a queen? How you a king, K-A-N-G, but you ain't got no kingdom? You know, these men you're marrying and dating and wasting your time with don't even have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it through, but he's your king. Make it make sense to me. It makes no sense, ladies. It makes no sense that you're okay with living down here and you marry a man that's going to live down. Remember now, this not way back in the days with our forefathers and foremothers. In 2021, please tell me, Why? Why do you think him being able to provide for you and protect you will be a potential problem for your marriage? Why is flying on a private jet potential problem? Why is he upgrading your seat to first class? Huh? Why is it that him not being a hooligan, a pookie arere, a revolving door criminal, why is he not good enough for you? Why don't you want better for yourself? Why do you keep dating men you have to provide for and build up and lift them up and let them use your money because money is not important to you, but he's willing to use your money to invest in real estate? Make it make sense to me. Why do you want to marry a man who want to decrease your lifestyle? Huh? You living on Fifth Ave in New York, and he want to move you to Bronx, Boston Road. Shout out to the people of the Bronx. I used to live off Boston Road, okay? Huh? Remember Sex and the City with Charlotte? Notice Charlotte didn't live where the other girls live. Okay, she lived on Fifth Ave, honey. Is that where she lived? Help me out in the comment section. While Carrie was living in a rent control apartment. Nothing wrong with rent control. And when Carrie married Mr. Big, I love Mr. Big, girl. Oof. Notice he didn't move in her rent control apartment. So my question for you ladies that's dating for marriage, why don't you want better? Huh? Oh, my phone is upstairs. My phone is upstairs. I got time. I just want to know, please tell me why you don't want better for your lives. For you mamas, why don't you want better for your kid? Why do you continue to lay down and pop babies out for bums? We excuse one over here, two if it's a twin. But what you really have to sit down and think, this is why praying is important. Seeking the Lord is important. Asking God to show you is important. Because when you get in that quiet place and get one with God, you know what you're going to realize? You don't love yourself. Because if you love yourself, you would want better for yourself. And I'm going to be coming back and I'm going to talk about Merla and Gil again. Because they're perfect example of what a lot of women do. I can't wait for Merla to cuss that no good Dusty out. But she ain't gonna cuss him out like the dirty cussing out. She's gonna curse. She's gonna go for the jug. She's gonna tell him off nicely, corporately. You know, my husband's type, he could tell you off course, you know, like, wait a minute, what you say? I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, hold on now, what you said? I love y'all. I love you. I took a break from my journal writing. I've been up since 3. It's just checking each edit, checking each scripture, making sure everything is lined up before I send it. I might as well format it by myself, but when I send it to her, I want it to be just the way I want it to be, so there's no confusion. I love you. I'm going to go. Let me know. I want to know, girl, why you don't want better. I just want to know, why don't you want better for your life? Gil cannot better your life. Gil type of men cannot better your life. They cannot. Unless you just want a warm body. If you just want a warm body, well, you don't belong on this channel. Get off. But if you want a husband that's going to provide for you and love you and be an example and be that lighthouse. I think about that lighthouse. I used to sing this song as a little girl. The Lighthouse. Y'all remember that song? Kojic people. Where's the Kojic people? Who remember the light? I gotta look up the word. But I never forgot that. A lighthouse. Jesus is the lighthouse. He's all the way out there in the dark sea, in the middle of nowhere, but that lighthouse. Come on, somebody. And as long as you can keep your eyes on the lighthouse, well, your husband is supposed to be a lighthouse. He's supposed to be the example for you and your kids. He's supposed to be somebody you can adore and look up to. And for God's sake, he is supposed to better your life. If a man can't better your life, don't waste your time. You notice all these women talk about, oh, I wasted 55 years. I'm writing a book on the guys I dated. There is not one story of me wasting time with a man. You know why? Once, I'm like Johnny. Once I figure out you ain't it, pop, bye. I ain't gonna waste no time. Because you can't make my life better. You can't make my life better. I'm not interested. I got to decrease my life? No, sir. You're wrong for me. I got to go, girl. Remember my journal, word of wisdom. Y'all need some wisdom, honey. I love you. I love you. I have to go. Bye. Let me know what you think. Bye.